Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da, da-da, 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 da, da-da, 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 da. Coming to you live from the Hellmouth. It's the Popular Cinema Podcast. I'm your co-host, Payne.
I'm Bill.
How come you weren't singing with me?
I thought the audience, our listeners, would appreciate a Payne solo this week.
Wow. You're
It's your first solo since Runaways. I thought maybe, the old pipes could use a little clearing out.
from the days when we were on the stage.
Yes, back in our vaudeville days.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yes. I think
I
it's
thought I
safe
was
to say that you shouldn't give up your day job.
I thought I was a shit back then too.
Yes, well, youth.
I walked around on the stage. I was owning it. Those were the days. So how you doing there,
How
champ?
I'm good. Should I pull up my old VHS tape of the Runaways show and post it on the internet, on the interwebs, like on
Yeah.
YouTube?
Why don't you put it at Pop Cinema Cast or Twitter feed? How about we throw that on there?
I don't know. Even YouTube has its rules. I'm not sure if it would qualify.
You know, I still have the photo from that whole thing.
Photo of what? The cast photo?
Yeah, the cast part. I still have that
Really? Really? Why do you still have that?
because I'm a
Mementos?
hoarder. I archive all that stuff.
Wow. You should probably take a picture of that and send it to me because I don't even remember what it looks like.
You know, this is what I was thinking one time. I was sitting here going like, what happens to all the stuff that I keep in my attic? Like all the pictures and all the, like the love notes from college and all the stuff that you did and photos. What happens to that stuff?
What do
Like,
you mean, what happens to it?
well, let's just say I pass it off to my sister or my nephews. My nephews don't want that crap. Do you think they're going to go through and be like, "Oh, look, this is Uncle Jay's love note to some girl back in college"?
No, I have one sentence for you.
What is that?
Fall bonfire.
That's just so depressing.
I mean, you could archive that shit in the Smithsonian, but I'm pretty sure they're, full with other stuff.
So you don't have anything like that? You don't have like an attic full of like your stuff like back in the day of
Like love notes
you
and
and
stuff?
your past paramours and all that stuff?
No. Once they're gone, they're out. Why do I want to keep mementos of somebody I'm no longer with?
I find that you're dysfunctional. Okay.
I'm just saying, why would I keep that stuff? That's kind of weird. I think my current husband would kind of be like, "Why do you have pictures of your old boyfriends and love notes from your old boyfriends laying around?" I think that would be a
Well,
little strange.
I'm not saying it's laying around, but it's just like upstairs in like some sort of like picture book. It's your life. It's your past.
I lived my life. I don't need a picture book.
Okay. Okay. You don't ever have to go back and like, remember
No.
the
As Luke Cage always says, forward always.
doesn't he say that like 500 times during the
Yes.
episode?
Yes, he does. But I find that mantra to be very, truthful.
You know what? I find that segues into something special because I would do a drum roll here. Wait, we can do this with this. Here you go. Ready? Wait, where's it at? Where's it at?
It always sounds like you're pulling a rabbit out of a hat when you do that.
Well, we actually pulled a rabbit out of our hat because we actually got a fan response, Bill.
We did.
We
It's our
did.
first and only one.
Yes.
It's
And
very
I like to
exciting.
point out that our fan likes Luke Cage and apparently was ready to eliminate our show if we did not give Luke Cage a thumbs up.
It'll be interesting to see how the upcoming diversity and animation discussion goes then. Perhaps we still have hope to drive her off.
So,
Because I have a few choice sentences for that segment.
well, I don't know about you, but actually receiving a fan response actually just sent me to the moon. I was working out, I was all juiced and happy. It put my day on a good path.
Well, you know what? It's nice to know that, as we call it, empty room productions, at least we know there's at least one person sitting around listening to us. So that we
Well,
don't
I
actually know in real life. So
well,
that's
actually, I don't think she's sitting around. I think she's commuting to and from work.
well, whatever. I'm just saying, listening. She's involved in our spewings. That didn't
Yeah,
even sound right. Anyway,
and she's actually one of the few people that apparently likes to have a lengthy show.
right. So that's a quandary then, because we've just decided to make the show a little shorter. Maybe we can have special episodes like next week's upcoming Rogue One review show that we can go a little longer, and then the weekly show will still be, an hour-ish.
Okay, I kind of like that. I still like one of the review shows that you to actually have some sort of limitations. I think you need limitations on review shows.
You can fence me in.
Anyway, I like to point out a few things the fan wrote. Its fan seems to really take to you and your opinions. I'm
Well,
not
that's
going to
because
say
she's
anything.
got good taste.
I will point out that she appears to be a child of the 80s, and Better Off Dead with John Cusack was one of my favorite movies back then. Do you remember Better Off Dead?
I don't. I don't think I ever saw it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm pretty sure that was one that
That
did not permeate my 80s
that's a
nostalgia. But
that's really a classic.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying I never got a chance to see it, so I wouldn't really know one way or the other.
Okay, all right. Well, that was
But
really
The Breakfast Club and some other movies you mentioned. I was never a fan of Goonies, to be honest. But The Breakfast Club and E.T. are obviously. Oh, I see. She didn't care for E.T. too much. Oh well. Breakfast Club was definitely,
see. She's
one of
more
my
on Payne's
seminal.
side than she knows. She's more on Payne's side than she knows.
No, don't say that because she also was a fan of the ABC soaps, which of course I was definitely a fan of. So
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, well, I just like to say thank you to our listeners and thanks to people for the fan response. It's always welcome.
aren't we going to give her a shout out and say thank you, Nadia? Hello? 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 Oh my God. Hello?